Hi guys, how are you? I'm really glad you're here. Yes, if I haven't wished you a Happy New Year, and Happy Lunar New Year, which is on the 22nd. And I'm really hope that it's going to be a healthy, happy, and very prosperous and abundant 2023 for you and for me. Okay, having said that, I'm doing a tag that I did last year. I forgot I did it last year, and I have many friends on YouTube, but Carla Cash Out Loud. I will be putting everybody's YouTube channels and so forth down below, so you can go check them out and say, Lady said I need to come over here and say hi. Okay, and so we did a little conversation in the comments. She's, oh, Lady, do the tag, and I went, oh yeah. Of course, totally forgetting I did it last year, and I think it was Susan that actually encouraged me to do it last year. Anyway, here I am. So what was 2022 like for me? Okay, these are the questions that are asked. So I think I'll just kind of give you the questions all at once, and then you can take it from there. All right, and I'm using the questions that I used on my tag last year. All right, it says rate 2021 on a scale of 1 to 10. Well, I know I'm going to say something really mind-blowing, because you're going to say, really? Did she just say that? Did you just listen to her ear? It says 1 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 10. I know. Wait till you hear everything that happened and go, is she okay? Somebody take her temperature. She can't possibly be normal. I is. And then it says my favorite memory. Oh, I don't know. There were a lot of like little things that stuck out. I think I said the same thing the year before. Actually, probably a really good memory that I have now looking back, of course, because these things only happen when you look back. That's what memory is that when I tell you the story about what Bill went through and Bill and I went through and our family went through, the memory, a really good memory is that we got through it and that we had all this fabulous support from so many people when I wasn't really sure that we were going to have that. And so that is a wonderful memory, and I'm very grateful for all of that. Did I change as a person in 2022? I probably, after 72 years, almost 73, I probably changed more last year than I've ever changed in my whole life, ever. I know, huge. My favorite video, I can't really tell you. You know what, you guys, I did not spend a lot of time watching videos last year. We were really preoccupied. If I did anything, I did a lot of meditating. Some of you might say praying. I did, I tried to watch funny movies. I tried to watch videos that kind of just would give me some insight about the spiritual side of me versus the human side of me, and looking for some sort of alignment. So those are the kind of videos that I watched a lot of last year and continue to do so, because my soul really needed to be fed. I needed to get everything together. So not anything particular, just sort of those were the subjects that I was looking for. All right, sorry guys. Okay, what products blew you away? Yes, I had time for products. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to share this with you. Oh, I love this. My Venus. Okay, I'm going to link this video. You can go and see what it is. I absolutely love this little tool. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's probably the best thing I've found in 10 years, never mind 1 year. I love this. Okay, what creator on YouTube inspired you the most? Do you know what? Actually, I'm not even sure if she's on YouTube. I'm going to tell you who inspired me the most last year. That was the latter part of last year. Actually, I mentioned her in one of my videos, and it was actually from Vogue, and it was the Get Ready With Me was MUSK. And I really loved that video because, as you guys know, I'm coming up 73 in 3 months. And I love her outlook. I think it's somebody I could hang with. I think it's somebody, I could just relate to her in so many ways. So that was probably my very, very favorite. What is the funniest, meanest, strangest comment you ever got under a video? I've never, I mean, I guess somebody, I get the odd person that just goes heart, 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 da, 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 like all these little, you know, emojis and no conversation, and go, okay, well, whatever. And I get the other one, I love you, I want to marry you, I'm kind of busy right now, but thank you, that was a lovely offer. I've never really had anything mean. I've had the odd one where somebody once says, oh, that's not true, you need to change that. If it's actually, if they're right, if I research it and they're correct, I have no problem changing or mentioning it. Otherwise, it's my opinion, my thoughts, but no, I really haven't had anything mean. Most people are really good. What was your proudest accomplishment in 2022? Oh, my proudest accomplishment in 2022 was, I don't know if it was really as much my accomplishment as it was just allowing myself to feel everything. To, you know, last year when I did that video for 2021, I said that my word was going to be healing. And so this year I'm going to say it was like really, really looking at my truth and healing. And I think last year was my year of freedom. Do not wait until you're almost my age to feel that you have that you feel free. That's probably going to be it. So the very, very, very first thing happened to me in January of last year. I've already spoke about on the video, the tag, when I did the tag for 2021. I'll put that down below if you want to go check it out. It was really scary, probably the scariest moment in my life. And you kind of have to read between the lines, but it's no use talking about that again because that's in my past. And remember, as I'm talking about all of this is stuff in our past, okay? Because now I'm looking to the future. There is no future in our past. It's all ahead of us. But I do want to share it with you because we're doing the tag. Okay, so what happened? Well, on March the 1st, Bill's been walking around. And if you don't know my husband, Bill, we've done some lives together. So go and check out one of our lives and you kind of get a feeling of who he is. I mean, he's just, yeah, Mr. Socialite. Anyway, Bill been walking around with a pain in his groin area for about 6-7 months, which was like really upsetting to him because he's a golfer and it was really affecting his golf. He couldn't golf anymore. Anyway, he went to the doctor and they did a scan, and Bill went in to see the doctor to get the results, and sort of out of the blue, like Bill was going in for one thing, the doctor wanted to address something totally different, and he said, Bill, I need you to go to emergency immediately, right now. You don't go to jail, I don't collect $200, nothing. I just need you to go right now. He said, the radiologist found a blockage. I need you to go to Emerge, and I'm going to send everything there. And so, okay, weird, okay. Not really any explanation. So Bill called me and he said, I'm just going to whip home. Well, whipping home from where our doctor is to we are is about 40 minutes. So I said, well, why don't you just whip right over to emergency and I'll meet you there. And he's going, well, we don't want to be there with 2 cars. I'm going, are you kidding me? Just go to the hospital. I'll find you. So anyway, so he did. Thank you for that, Bill. And I got to Emerge, and we sat and waited for quite a while because it was still, you know, that thing was still going around. So it was just body beside body beside body, which was a little like overwhelming for me to actually see. Hearing is one thing, but I'm going, oh, I don't want to be here. Anyway, I sat, after they called Bill in, I went and sat in the car. We just communicated through cell phones. And Bill had seen the attending physician in ER, and she sent him for a scan. Then Bill said, I'm done. I've been here for 9 hours. I don't want to be here any longer, and I'm going to go home. She goes, no, I'm sorry, you cannot go home. I need you to stay. We've called in a vascular surgeon. Oh. Okay, so the vascular surgeon came, and who I didn't meet, of course, because I was sitting in the car, and he sent Bill in for another scan, but with the dye this time. He wanted to get a better look. So about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, he came down to see Bill, and he said to Bill, we found 3 blockages, and they're big. You've got one in the aorta, just below the belly button. You've got one in each of your legs in the iliac, which is the main arteries in the legs. And he said normally we would treat this with stents or medication, but these are way too big. This is surgery, and it's a huge surgery, and it's, you know, it's an 80-20 thing, which is, you know, so, but you know, Bill's this is like 3 weeks before his 79th birthday. So anyway, so he said, you know, of course, you know, it's a huge recovery, and I just don't want to jump in and do this unless I absolutely have to. I'm not totally convinced that this is pain is coming from your blockages. You know, maybe it's coming from your spinal stenosis, which is why actually Bill had to retire early, because he's got spinal stenosis. And he says, I need to rule everything out because this is big time. We went, oh, okay, alrighty, well, I guess we'll do that. Anyway, next morning, so we're kind of go home, we're thinking about this and trying to stay, you know, positive. We got some concerns, of course. I mean, of course, but we were going to be tough, right? Next morning, we had a call about 10 o'clock in the morning from our doctor, and he had both of us on the phone. And he said, he says when they did the scan last night, the last one they did, they also saw a mass in his bladder that concerned them. And so he had already arranged an appointment with a urologist. Bill saw the urologist, and he was in the hospital probably about 10 days after all of this. And they went in and removed the mass, and then reported back to us that Bill bladder cancer. Really? Come on, people. Anyway, yeah, we just kind of went with, you know what, we're going to stay positive. We are going to rely on all these professionals that know what they're doing. And so far, we've just had really great doctors and specialists. So we're just going to roll with it and stay as strong as we can. So that took 6 months because they wanted to be able to see a heart specialist and a neurosurgeon. And he had the vascular surgeon and the urologist and an internist. And there was one other guy he had to see. Oh, then he had to see whatever his name. Actually, I think it was an anesthesiologist, the guy that goes in and freezes into your spine to see maybe, you know, from the spinal stenosis, if that's what it was. And anyway, it didn't do anything for him. So we went in to see, I'm not looking at you guys. I went in to see the vascular surgeon, I guess first week in October, like the very beginning of October, or the last week in September, I can't really remember. We went in to see him, really great guy. I couldn't believe it. He spent over an hour with us. He's incredible. Him and Bill really had it off because they were talking about medical school and pre-med and all of that stuff. So they, you know, they had conversations they could talk about and both of them relate to. So that was really kind of cool for them. And then he said to Bill, he says, you know what? He said, I don't want to do this surgery, but I have no choice. He said, if I don't do this surgery, I'll probably be amputating your legs in the next 6 to 10 months. So we got to do this. And so, you know, he went over all the risks, what we were looking at, and we went, okay. Of course, everybody's talked about our medical system, right? How crazy it is up here in Canada, waiting lists, and yeah, we've got some issues going on, but I can tell you, it just went like that, like that, like that. Well, I went downstairs and waited in the car. Bill came in the car. He says, because we thought we were going to wait months to get a date for surgery. He says, October 19th. October 19th came. Bill went in. He had about a 5.5 hour surgery. Specialist called me, said everything was really well. He was really pleased with the surgery. And so it's good. And Bill was in the hospital for 11 days. We had one little hiccup. Yeah, on the, let's see. Bill had the surgery. They put him in critical care. My oldest daughter was able to be with me through this. And so we got 5 minutes with him. He didn't even know we were there. And so then the next day, I got 5 minutes with him. and because again, he's still in critical care. And then that night I started not feeling well, and because all this other stuff is still going on, right, I give myself a test, and guess what, this girl is tested positive. And so then I had to make that call to the hospital and say I was there in critical care with, mind you, you have to wear masks anyway, but still I was double masked actually in critical care, but still, anyhow, so they tested Bill, and the poor guy had it as well. So I couldn't go for 5 days. My kids were unbelievable. They were taking care of me. They were taking care of Bill. Our youngest, his wife is a nurse. She's actually got a much bigger job now, but she was able to go and be there, and she can speak the language, and she knows the conversation, all that medical lingo and whatever. And so she was able to translate to all of that to us in layman's language, so we knew what was going on. Our youngest, our son, Paul, was there with him a lot. Why did I say his name? Oh yeah, he's okay with it. He was there a lot with them, and so I was able to FaceTime with him. And anyway, I got over that. Like, I mean, I could have gone back after 3 days. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought, okay. But that's probably because I had all those things. Anyway, Bill's home. He is weak, but he's getting stronger all the time. He needs to put on weight. No woman has ever said, I don't know. I'm sure if it's a medical reason, but it's something I've certainly never ever said. But anyway, so we're building his strength and getting him back. Okay, so what's been really great? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to wind it up within 20 minutes. So what's really great about all of this? Well, there's just one other little thing. There's not a little thing, another huge thing that I need to mention. And then in September, my mom passed away. And I'm going to put that video up as well, because if you watch the video, then you'll understand why I'm not having a, I mean, it was really, really sad. I mean, anytime, somebody has to leave, but she was 94 years old now, 93, 94. And, that's something, a place that, sometimes you just got to move on. Watch the video. I wrote a poem and it kind of put it in a nutshell. So I feel badly for my sisters, because they had a really good relationship with her. And this is the thing, right? Different people have different relationships, even with people in the family. And, yeah, I don't want to go there. Forget it. Read the poem and you'll get it. Okay. So all of that happened. So what did I get out of this year? You know what, you guys? I am so proud of myself. I am. And this is what we need to learn to say about ourselves. Because people say, oh, all that happened. That's what you have. Yes, that's what I have to say. I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud on the strength that I found. And last year, they say, what's your word for the year? So when I did this video last year, it was healing was the word. And I'm still going to go with healing, but I'm going to tell you probably what the word for me last year, everything that happened, I grew so much spiritually, okay? And for me, spiritually is I meditate, I have gratitude, I have appreciation, and I have become very aware and in tune with my spiritual being and the human side of me. And I've for the first time in my life, almost 73, I'm free. I know, that sounds bizarre, doesn't it? I'm free. And I'm really proud of the strength that I have. And I'm really, really proud that it's just time to say, you know what? This is my truth. This is who I am. And it's okay. Not everybody's going to be there or love us or all of that. But you know what? In your own strength and freedom has come. So freedom, healing is probably my word for all of last year. Here, you guys, I know. It's like some of you didn't know what was going on. Oh my goodness. By the way, there's one lady I want to mention who's just really actually did the little bit of extra for me throughout the year. Yvette, thank you. And I'm going to put her channel down below if you want to get to know this lady. She's lovely. She gave me some very nice and silent support on YouTube. and became my friend. So thank you for that. I really appreciated it. Okay, guys. Love you. Thank you. Thumbs up. Come on. That helps my video go through. And please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Take care. Have a great week. See you guys. Bye. And remember, there is no future in our past. Carry on. Okay. Bye.